Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 29th of April and we will cover all the important questions of the current affairs for the day. First, let us see question for the day. You have to answer this question every day in the comment section, and on weekend, that is on Sunday, we will see how many of you were the most consistent in answering all the questions correctly. The question is, which is the fourth largest military spender? Remember, the fourth largest military spender in 2019 as per the recent SIPRI report. Read the options carefully and then answer. Let's move ahead. To get PDF of all these videos, you have to join me on Telegram by writing Students Point 2020. Without any space, just write Students Point 2020. I provide there PDF of all days with 7 to 8 days lagging. Okay, so let's move ahead. The first question, Atal Tunnel is being built under. So this Atal Tunnel is being built under Rohtang Pass by Border Roads Organization. This Rohtang Pass has been in news because recently it was covered by heavy snow, but BRO has quickly cleared it of snow. And Rohtang Pass is located in Himachal Pradesh. This Atal Tunnel is 8.8 km long tunnel, and when it will be built, it will be the world's longest tunnel above an altitude of 3000 meters. It is being built by BRO, as I told, on Leh Manali highway. Next question, World Day for Safety and Health at Work is observed on. So World Day for Safety and Health at Work is observed on April 28th. So here B is the right answer. And the theme for this year is Stop the Pandemic. The day is observed by International Labour Organization since 2003. Remember the year and remember the institution that ILO has observed it since 2003. This ILO was founded in 1919. Next question, Doodh Duronto special trains will run between. So this Doodh Duronto special trains will run between Andhra Pradesh to Delhi. It will supply milk to Delhi to fulfill its needs during COVID-19 pandemic. And I would say to those who are new to the channel and have not followed the previous month's current affairs, go to the channel and then to the playlist. I have created separate playlist for each month. It will take around 5 to 6 hours to complete the whole month of current affairs. So start with the month of April. First complete the entire videos for April month, then refer to the March and then February and then to January. I have completed the current affairs for these months. After watching these 4 months, you will realize the strength of your current affairs in any exam. So I will appeal to everyone, those who are new as well as to those who are following us since beginning. They should also start revising the previous month's current affairs. Otherwise, during the examinations time, it will be heavier for you to revise the previous month's current affairs because you have to revise many other things, including general studies portions as well. So let's move ahead. This initiative has been launched by Southern Central Railways and it will launch 2 Doodh Duronto special trains. It will supply milk from Chittoor in Andhra Pradesh to Delhi. It will run between Renugunta and Hazrat Nizamuddin railway station. Next question. Consider the following statements about Lord Basavesarva. So Lord Basavesarva was a 12th century philosopher, Kannada poet and a social reformer. During the reign of Kalachuri dynasty, King Bijal I in Karnataka. So there are many facts in this line. You have to remember first that Lord Basavesarva was a philosopher in 12th century. This is correct. And he was a Kannada poet. This is also correct. Remember that he was a Kannada poet and he was a reformer during the reign of Kalachuri dynasty. Remember the name of dynasty Kalachuri, and the king of this dynasty was King Bijala I. It ruled in Karnataka. So this part, all of these parts of this statement is correct. And Lord Basavesarva was founder of Lingayat sect. So this statement is also correct. So here both the statements are correct. C is the right answer. And Basav literary works include Vachan Sahitya. Vachan Sahitya was written in Kannada language. There is also a famous text called as Basav Puran. Remember Basav Puran. But this Basav Puran is not written by Basava. Remember, this Basav Puran talks about the life of Basava, but this book is not written by Basava himself. It was written by Somnatha. Remember, this Basav Puran was written by Somnath. And Basav introduced new public institutions such as Anubhav Mantapa. Anubhav Mantapa, which is also known as Hall of Spiritual Experience. It welcomed men and women from all socio-economic backgrounds to discuss spiritual questions of life in open. And Basav was in news recently because Prime Minister Modi greeted people on the occasion of Basava Jayanti, which is the birth anniversary of Lord Basavesarva. Next question now. Exercise Pitch Black is hosted by Royal Australian Air Force. So here B is the right answer. It is a multilateral exercise. In this, Air Force of different countries participates, while Indian Air Force participated in it for the first time in the year of 2018 only. The exercise is held in Northern Australia biennially, that is every 2 years. So it is organized not annually but biennially. And the first pitch black exercise took place in the year of 1981. And it has been cancelled for this year because of COVID-19. And next pitch black exercise will be organized in the year of 2022. Next question now. Part 9 of Constitution has been added by which amendment? So it has been added by 73rd Constitutional Amendment. Next question. Consider the following statements about ozone layer. So ozone layer is found mainly in upper troposphere and stratosphere. See, in most of the books you will find that ozone layer is found in stratosphere, which is true, but it is partially true, as some percentage of ozone layer is also found in upper troposphere. In competitive exams, there are very high chances that they will ask that is it also present in upper troposphere. Then yes, it is present in upper troposphere as well. And this ozone layer lies between 10 to 50 km from Earth's surface. This ozone layer helps to absorb harmful ultraviolet radiations from sun. Otherwise, these UV rays may be very harmful for our body as well as for plants, particularly UVB rays. So here both of these statements are correct, so C is the right answer. And it was in news because recently European Union's Copernicus Atmosphere Monitoring Services announced that a hole in Arctic ozone layer has been closed. This hole was the largest hole in Arctic ozone layer. But point to be noted here is that this ozone hole's closing was because of phenomenon called polar vortex and not because of reduction in pollution levels due to COVID-19 lockdowns, as the world believes. Many people believe that this ozone layer has been closed because of COVID-19 lockdowns and reduction in pollution thereof. But it is not true. It has been closed because of polar vortex. Now what is polar vortex? Polar vortex is a very complex phenomenon and very difficult to understand too. But in short, you can just understand that a polar vortex is a large area of low pressure and cold air that surrounds both of this Earth's pole. So if this is Earth and it is flat at North and South Pole, polar vortex lies here and the cold air here is trapped. Here the pressure is very low and the air is very cold and it spills like this. I hope you understand it. And I have also uploaded today weekly current affairs last part for this month on Study to Light. So don't forget to watch that too. I have included there 21 most important questions for 4 days. It will help you a lot. Next question now. Consider the following statements about Chakmas and Hajongs. So Chakmas and Hajongs. Chakmas are predominantly Buddhists and Hajongs are Hindus. This statement is correct. See, a person's identity should not be recognized by his or her religion. But the irony here is, in examinations, we have religion as our syllabus. So we need to know this religion as well. So Chakmas are predominantly Buddhists and Hajongs are Hindus, while they are found in northeastern India, West Bengal, Bangladesh, and Myanmar. So here both of these statements are correct. So C is the right answer. And they fled erstwhile East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh, in 1964 to 65. They came to India and settled in Arunachal Pradesh. Chakmas were displaced off Kaptai Dam on the Karnapuli River in Bangladesh. They were displaced because of the development of Kaptai Dam, which was built on Karnapuli River in Bangladesh, while Hajongs faced religious persecution in Bangladesh. So they fled to India and settled in Arunachal Pradesh, the northeastern state of India. And it was in news recently because the Rights and Risk Analysis Group has sought Indian Prime Minister's intervention in ensuring food for Chakma and Hajong communities in Arunachal Pradesh. I think my throat is going to not work properly for next day. I hope that it works properly so that I can upload the video. Next question now. The headquarters of International Financial Services Center Authority is to be established in. So this is to be established in Gandhinagar, which is in Gujarat. So here C is the right answer. And the government of India has established it. The function of it is to regulate financial products. These financial products include securities, which you have already seen that what is securities in previous videos, then insurance products and others, which are approved by regulators such as Reserve Bank of India, SEBI, Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, then ADAI. And this authority has 9 members, and these are appointed by Government of India for a tenure of 3 years. Remember the tenure, very important. These 9 members are appointed for the tenure of 3 years. And these members include chairperson. 2 members are appointed from Ministry of Finance, while 1 member are appointed from RBI, SEBI, ADAI and PFRDA. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 members are appointed from this, 2 members from Ministry of Finance, so 4 plus 2 6, and 1 is chairman, so 7 members, and 2 members are based on recommendation of search committee. So there are total 9 members for 3 years. Let's see some more facts now. Assam state government has announced an insurance cover of rupees 50 lakh for frontline journalists who are covering COVID-19. So remember this amount and the state which is providing it. So don't forget to share these videos with your friends. Like the video if you find it useful. Watch this weekly current affairs part and take this test if you have not taken it yet. Subscribe to this channel, answer the question in the comment section. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay at your home, stay safe. Thanks a lot.